Today we're gonna review one of my favorite YouTubers ever, Neistat. Casey's typical like super fast cut. One of my favorite things about Casey is the music, honestly. Dude, I feel like that shaving scene, like it's been done so many times. Creative, man. Like it really gets creative. It's just perfect transition right there. I've done that before with like shots, and it works so well. Casey just changed the way YouTube is. What's up, guys? It's Daniel Friedman here. Today we're gonna review one of my favorite YouTubers ever, Neistat. Of course, I'm sure everybody had told you this before, that their favorite YouTuber is Casey. There's a reason for it. He is a great filmmaker, and I feel like he really brings cinematic style vlogs into YouTube. That's what he does. I like to make YouTube videos that are more of a show, kind of like reality TV and stuff like that. I like to bring that to YouTube, but Casey brings cinematic style videos, which I love. I'm gonna be reviewing one of my favorite Casey Neistat videos. It's not the one that everybody likes, it's not the one that has the most views. It's actually the one that I like the content the most. And it's the one with Navy SEAL Yoko. We're gonna start and we're gonna have some comments about it. Now let's start. Well, let me start by saying I think his friend Dan did that intro and it's super cool. I actually watched the video on how they made it. Perfect cuts between the shots. The beats of the music fit perfectly. I mean, I'm not gonna review the intro, but I just wanted to say something because, dude, you did a great job.
Wake up. So it's 4:42 in the morning. This is usually...
It makes me wonder if he filmed the part where he said wake up before or after this shot. I will assume that it's after. It's just so cool. It just shows you that it's like putting a story together for this video. And there's a purpose for it. So let's keep watching.
When my day begins around now. This is what my day looks like. This is what
That right there, I really like it. Like, he uses a lot of good songs. A lot of them are from the YouTube library. I actually used some of his songs for some video I edited. He's using this great song throughout the video, that one that you heard. He put that little clip that I personally like that kind of music, and then he cuts to silent and he starts talking. That is really hard to do, believe it or not, when it comes to editing, because either some people don't use music at all or they use too much music. So let's keep watching.
Every day looks like.
Go back to the music. Again, goes back to the music, silence, and keep going. I love it.
Up between 4 and 5. Always up between 4 and 5.
Casey, typical like super fast cut. I always like that scene. I can remember there was a very famous movie. I'll put it right here. I forgot the name at this moment. But there's a very famous scene on that movie where the guy takes a shot and moves.
I'm coming to London. Heavy. Shut up and sit down, you big...
That type of shot, since I saw that movie long ass time ago, is when I started loving that. And when I watched Casey Neistat video, it just reminded me of that.
Cup of coffee, then I sit down at my computer. This is my favorite part. See, it's these early morning hours that are the absolute most productive for me. No phone calls, no text messages, nothing's happening on social media, everyone else is asleep. It's just total focus. That gives me between 5 and 7 a.m. to get some work done. 2 full hours before Francine's up. When she's up, we make breakfast. Yes,
I mean, Casey, like, one of my favorite things about Casey is the music, honestly. He puts a really cool song, transitions to silence, then he started this music because it's kind of like a family scene.
I'm dreaming about them cinnamon rolls.
She leaves for school at 7:30. By 8 o'clock, I'm out the door on my run. My run always happens. For me, running this alone time is top priority. Back from the run before 10, shower, shave, get out the door.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Dude, I feel like that shaving scene, like, it's been done so many times. I don't know who invented that or if it was Casey or whatever, but I like it. I've done it. I've edited that before, but, like, it's been done so many times. It doesn't mean that it's bad. I love it every time. But, again, he's basically narrating what he did. He probably did that after shooting the video. I would love to know. But it just works so well. It works so well. And we're only 1 minute and 42 seconds and 11-minute video. So let's keep watching.
9:45 a.m. Time to go to work. Commute to work. The commute to work, it's fast. I don't know, a 5-minute ride or so.
I didn't know where I was going till I abused it.
10. Try to always be in the office by 10, and then it's work.
Till I was out of there.
Busy work, email work, phone calls work, sitting in my office work, eating in my office work, sitting outside work, having lunch.
That's so cool. He did kind of like when you're in the cash register and they scan the products, and he just put little clips of everything he was doing. It's just creative, man. Like, he really gets creative. I feel like Casey, well, I don't know. I'm just guessing, but I almost feel like he's so used to like regular filmmaking, and then in YouTube he just had the freedom to experiment with so many things, and he does so good at it.
368 work, meetings work, meeting with this guy work, talking to her work, getting it done work. Levi, I'll call you in 5. Leave the office before 6. 6 o'clock, headed home. 6 to 10 is family time, and it's non-negotiable. Baby's asleep before 10. I know she should be asleep sooner. We're terrible parents. Baby's asleep.
Again, that typical YouTube thing where they zoom in and then silence. Sometimes silence is better than everything. Like, the silence emphasizes the moment so much, and that's exactly what happened there. If you notice, like, the music is going more than at the beginning, so that's pretty cool. The song is great.
At 10, I go to the gym from 10 to 11. 11 o'clock, I pass out. Levi, what time do you wake up?
Really, dude.
9 a.m.
Number one, just out on a prep.
Dude, like, this is so well done because it's kind of like a documentary. Literally, like, that music right there is documentary music. I guarantee you look anywhere documentary music, that's what you're gonna find. It cuts to that article and then it starts talking with the video from Business Insider from the guy that is just gonna be in the show. So it's just perfect transition right there.
Of things that are important to you. Let's say you're the most ultra motivated guy in the world.
The machine gun transition, I love. I've done that before with like shots, and it just works so well. But in this case, it's like a continuous sound. He just put different pictures in there. Pretty cool. And he just shows up here talking mid-sentence. So that's pretty cool.
When that alarm clock goes off, there's at least 50% of the time where you just, that soft little pillow is just caressing your head and you want to stay there.
So this part is mostly the interview, the talking, which is supposed to be like kind of like boring in a way, even though it's kind of like my favorite part of the video. But then we cut to this little scene right here where he's reading the book.
I say first alarm clock because I have 3. The moment the alarm goes off is the first test. It sets the tone for the rest of the day. The test is not a complex one. When the alarm goes off, do you get up out of bed or do you lie there in comfort and fall back asleep? If you have the discipline to get out of bed, you win. If you are mentally weak for that moment and you let that weakness keep you in bed, you fail. Though it seems small, that weakness translates to more significant decisions. But if you exercise discipline, that too
He keeps transitioning to a super close up of his mouth, and he's talking about the book he's reading, and there's some intense music. Like, such a good way to read a chapter of the book.
Translates to more substantial elements of your life.
Cool transition, close the book, cut to them again. I mean, typical Casey. He's doing so good with the music too, if you notice.
Paco, let me try to butcher your bio a little bit.
So let's cut forward from the talking part. So basically all the next scene is just talking, and of course he adds a few images, transition, but personally, like, that's the heart of the video. But everything at the beginning, it was so good that it just makes you enjoy the interview. And then it cuts back to the end. Great shot of the city, and again with the machine gun. And as you can see here in the text, I can tell to show like back in the day, what I will do for this is create the text and then remove each letter and then reverse it. In this case, what he's doing, it's cropping the text, and you can tell because when you go to the beginning here, you can kind of tell how the X is cut a little bit right here, and at the beginning you can see a little of that, so he's just cropping. It's a really fast way to do this. So even at a point here with the shadow, you can tell that it was cropped. It's so much, in fact, that you can tell. Like here, you can see on the top part, you can see how this cropping affects this cropping. So you look at the change on color on the top. See? Not big deal. I thought I will mention it. And look, you can see that the E is a little cut here too.
I'm at the station, but I'm never gonna find the tracks. I was surprised to see you standing in the cold.
So the question I get asked.
Super cinematic shots right there. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Black and white. I love when people can use it black and white at any point. Then it transitions to him talking again. It's always cool stuff before the boring part happens, which not really boring, but I guess when the audience lose retention.
Asked most often about my schedule is where do I find the hours? Like, how am I not exhausted all the time from waking up so early? See, your hours of the day.
He keeps using certain sound for transition. He used the scanning machine again. He's just going back and forth. It's pretty cool.
That time is fungible, meaning you can take. I made a decision to take 2 worthless hours. Those are the hours between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m.
This part is just talking and stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, but I just kind of want to go back to the ending because that's the next editing part.
Jocko has a fantastic podcast and a whole bunch of books.
So it's pretty cool. Casey uses a lot of text, man. Like, and I like that because most people think that text kind of draw the attention of people away, but in his case, you actually want to know what it says because it's part of the story. So everything else in this video is just the outro. It's pretty simple. The video is great for many reasons. First, I love the editing. I love the typical Casey video. It's just so good. The message is great. I mean, I love the message, but I guess that doesn't come into this review. Casey just changed the way YouTube is. He's the one who popularized daily blogging, if you ask me. And he's also pretty good at editing, cinematic style, and honestly, most people is trying to be like him nowadays. I don't see a lot of people trying to come up with a new style because this one works. But anyways, that's my review of one of my favorite Casey Neistat videos. It's great. I love it. Let me know if there's any other YouTuber that you would like me to review the edit, and I will be happy to do so. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and see you in the next one.